What you look too light? Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the gently. Angry and fresh with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one. Between our visitors and the Houston Texans. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin with a run by Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Underneath for Miller. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Mayfield down. Being chased out left. And some strong running. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr to Michel on the dump off. That's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, Michel. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Carr on the bootleg. This one complete to Smallwood. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Go, go. Get set, get set. 29. 29.
To throw, it's Carr. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So out come the Raiders. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now on second down. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
Go, go. Get set, get set. Get set.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Room to run inside the 40. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Carr now on first down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Joe Schobert, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, 734. Later 2. 694.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So they get a break there as the penalty moves him to the 5 for another 3rd and goal.
Come here. 618. 618.
They'll try to run it in, Michel. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
His kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And now here come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And got his man complete. And he's got Calvin Benjamin. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 65 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to collapse the pocket and dropping for a loss of a yard. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Mayfield off the play fake. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Down. 280. 694.
A give. This is Michelle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Monday down. Monday down. 280. Yo, Chief. 637.
On second down, Michelle. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Get down, get down. 180. 734.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield dumps it complete to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And the kick by Elliott is good. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Carr throwing on second down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a pitch out to Michel. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Carr to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, Carr escaping the pressure right and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Carr. They'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down. Carr now to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on set. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Michael Gallup from 8 yards out, and the Texans will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel, and he stopped immediately there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, Raider 2. It's a hot. 734.
On second down, here's Carr. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Derby, 39 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Stephon Tuitt in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Braxton Miller, 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. To Michelle on the dump off. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
He's checking. 24. 53, check 53. Go. Tack. White Monday.
Now Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Carr now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
694. All right, get set, fellas.
Carr going to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Get down, get down. You're wide 93. 93.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
And he came back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And touchdown! A big play there. 63 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
White.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
637.
Carr going to look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And this will be a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.